Being a new dad is super rewarding, but it can also be really challenging, especially during diaper changes. If you've had kids, you know things can go sideways pretty quickly.
That's not so bad.
And that's one of the reasons I built this controller to call in some backup. But I also designed it to do much more than that. New technology has changed parenting a lot in the last decade. From wireless baby monitors to GPS trackers and even smart socks that track your baby's oxygen levels, there are way more tools to help parents out these days. One of the biggest changes, though, has been the rise in the use of apps to help track your baby's sleep, eating, and even bowel patterns. This all provides important information about your baby's health that you can also share with your doctor to get recommendations. But logging that much data can kind of get overwhelming, and I may be guilty of forgetting a time or two. Ask my wife. So that's why I made this data logging station that can be placed in convenient locations throughout the house and log things with just the press of a button. So let's quickly go through the build and I'll show you how it all works. This system is all going to be centered around Home Assistant. This software is commonly used as a smart home hub. That means it can be used for things like toggling lights, turning off and on sprinklers, or even monitoring your home's power consumption. And then all these functions can be accessed through your phone or computer on your home network. The system can get a little complex, so we'll keep it high level on how it all works. If you're a nerd like me and want to see more about how all these systems are working together, I made a PDF you can find linked in the description that will go into more detail and even has the code used throughout the project. Thanks, ChatGPT. So in order to log the information that's coming in from these buttons, we're going to use a microcontroller with Wi-Fi that can connect to the Home Assistant software. The buttons of the controller are then going to be connected to these pins, which can sense when the button is pressed. From there, it sends the signal through my home Wi-Fi to the dashboard so it knows what to update. From there, we can build a dashboard within Home Assistant that updates based on what button was pressed. So for this project, we've got these 4 buttons to log data, and then a special button for when the poop is literally hitting the fan. So now that we've discussed how all this works, let's get it prototyped through a quick build montage. After a few hours, we've got this contraption wired up with a basic dashboard. So you can see that pressing the blue button logs 2 wet diapers, and then pressing the yellow button twice will log 2 ounces of formula. So now that that's all working, let's wire it up and get it into a small box to keep it all contained. Cue another 10-second build montage. And here we have the end product. The system is battery powered so it can be recharged when needed. We have a button for logging wet diapers, dirty diapers, milk, and formula. All of those are going to show the most recent information on our new and improved dashboard. There's an automation running in the background that resets those counters every day. And then we have my personal favorite button, the panic button. When pressed, it sends a signal to a smart outlet to turn on this alarm and signal for much needed help. And in a pinch, you can also activate this from your phone through Home Assistant. So the next time I'm in a sticky situation, thankfully help is only the push of a button away. And do you know what else calls for help at the push of a button? Today's sponsor, Life Alert. Just kidding, there's no sponsorship today. But Life Alert. Feel free to hit me up. I know you're watching. So it might not have been obvious from the build montages, but this was a lot of work to put together. But if you like the concept of what we were doing here, there are some devices commercially available on Amazon that I found and I linked in the description. However, these are a little pricey and have to be used with the developer's app. Unfortunately though, I couldn't find any with an integrated panic button, so you're on your own there. So if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button so YouTube will recommend more things like this to you in the future. Catch you in the next one.